No, good morning.
Good morning.
Who is this?
This is Jerry and Juno.
Hi, Jerry. How are you?
Hey, doing great. How are you?
Good, thank you. Is the snow melting yet?
No, it's trying to. It's pretty cold out right now.
Oh, okay. Well, I was up there in March one time. It was wonderful. But there was snow, I'll tell you. There was snow. We went over to Gustavus, Huddy Munder's place over there. It was really beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, who else is here?
Hello, Sadako.
Oh, hi, Sadako. How are you?
Good.
Oh, I'm so happy to hear it.
Thank you. Hope all are well.
I beg your pardon?
I hope everyone is well.
Thank you. We hope the same about you.
Thank you.
Did you get in touch with your group there, with Guru Ravi and Satsundri?
No, I kind of fell out of the group. It's not. I don't really remember how to get in touch with everyone.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, we'll see about that.
Yeah, I admit I need to try harder, Siri Gian.
Okay. Okay. Well, good to have you, dear.
Thank you. Good to be with you.
Yeah. Is anybody else here? Oh, I know you're here. Who's here?
Sadanam.
Hi, Sadanam. How are you?
Pretty good.
Pretty good?
Pretty good. Beautiful weather.
Oh, just incredible. Oh, I'm so delighted to be here. Oh, man.
Padam Dian.
Hi, Padam Dian.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm fine and dandy. How about you?
Good, good.
I'm enjoying the birds coming alive. They know spring is coming. They're singing up a storm in the backyard.
Oh, the birds. Yes, I noticed that. How nice to have chirping birds here all year round, even.
Yes.
But I know what you mean. It's the spring birds. Okay, who else is here?
Suzanne.
Hi, Suzanne.
Hi.
What are you up to these days?
Oh, my daughter's getting married, and I'm getting ready for it.
Oh, wow. When is she getting married?
In May 23rd, and they've decided to get married in Italy, so we're moving a bunch of people to Italy for a week.
Wow.
Yikes, that's a big one.
That's what I say. It was supposed to be small, but here we have it.
Sounds wonderful, though.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Now, who else is here?
Rahmane and Tomas.
Oh, hi. Welcome. Welcome.
Thank you.
And who else is here?
Hadi Munder.
Oh, hi, Hadi Munder. What's up?
Lots of changes, lots of things going. It's good.
There seems to be a lot going down these days. A lot happening.
Hi, Siri Gian. It's Lisa in Encino.
Hi, Lisa. How are you?
I'm good.
Well,
Happy to be here.
Oh, good, good.
Thank you.
And who else is here?
Carol and Juno.
Hi, Carol and Juno. Do you all have parties up there, all of you Juno people? Yoga parties. Good. Good to have you. And who else is here?
Cito.
Hi, Cito. You doing well?
Yes, thank you.
Oh, good, good. And who else is here? I heard a lot of bells. There are a lot of people out there. Who else is here? Well, okay, then we must have our full contingent. Let us get started. So everybody please sit straight. You can rub your palms together a little bit. Get some heat going. Some heat. Long deep breath. That's it. Long deep breath. And relax. Remember what a beautiful thing your breath is. If you didn't have your breath, you wouldn't be here. Pretty simple. That's it. Long deep breath. Good. Now eyes at the third eye point. Or focus.
Enter the last 4 digits of the party line you want to join, or to hear a directory of all systems, press star. You can return to this menu from anywhere on the system.
Well, that was interesting. Okay, I guess I wanted to be included. Include the whole contacts list. Okay. Continue, long deep breath. Include your whole contact list. And relaxing deeply into your breath. And inhale to begin. Agare Namah, Jagagare Namah, Sagare Namah, Siri Gurudeve Namah. Agare Namah, Jagagare Namah, Sagare Namah, Siri Gurudeve Namah. Agare Namah, Jagagare Namah, Sagare Namah, Siri Gurudeve Namah. Long deep breath. Long deep breath. Feel a total flow from this long deep breath. Know that all of creation is contained in this breath. You are not separate. Good. And if you're moving around and so on, you might press star 6 to mute yourself now. Good. And later when it's time to talk, press star 6 again to unmute yourself. That's it. Keep up the breath. The breath of life. It's a breath of purity, breath of kindness. And now on the exhale, feel as though the air is coming out of your heart center. That is in the middle of your chest. And let your beautiful heart open. Have no judgment, just allow your beautiful heart to open. Good. And now please send this beautiful heart breath, send it to each other. That's it. Send it to each other. And now allow this beautiful breath to become one healing breath, one flow, one fireball, one ocean. Keep up the heart breath. Good. Feel the presence. Feel the combined presence. Can you feel how strong it is? Letting go of personal spaces right now. Letting go of judgments. Just be. Just be. We are all of the same grit, all of the same God. Remember, the other person is you. Good. And now feel this healing presence. And have in mind someone, someplace, or some people who need healing, who need it. And please include our friend Debbie Starr. And then send this beautiful breath that is sourced in the group, actually. Sourced in the group, and send it to them. Beautiful, open, combined heart breath. No pushing, no pulling. Just beautiful, opening the dam and allowing. Good. And inhale. And exhale. And now Baba Siri Chand says to feel your worthiness. Feel your worthiness. He says that very often, especially in this Western culture, we feel unworthy. He said it is part of the cultural directive, part of the cultural inheritance, to believe that you are unworthy, that you are a sinner. Oh my God, not just an experiencer, but a sinner. He says, please forgive yourself of that title, both on the outside and on the inside, on the subconscious. So keep up the breath. Keep up the knowing of who you are. He says you are actually such pleasant and open people. He says, sometimes you resist that with all of your force. You resist feeling that you are in the flow. Sometimes you resist feeling that other people love you. And definitely sometimes you resist feeling that you love yourself. Oh my gosh. He says you are very beautiful beings. He said you're just covered up. He says with this shell of unknowing. He says, and you put your attention on this shell of unknowing. He says, well, maybe you think it's your parents' fault that they never really loved you. Or perhaps it's your karmas. Or he says BS, actually. That's what he says. He says, my dear ones, he says, just sink into that delicious center of who you are. He says this is like a Whitman sampler chocolate. He says, go deeply, just relax into that center. That is nothing but love. Nothing but love. He says you are pure and exquisite love. He says, I know you disguise yourself as so many other things. I know you worry about this and that, or you judge this and that. He says, go deeper than that. Go deeper. He says that part is just the shell. Go deeper. Keep up this beautiful heart breath. And let yourself sink into your own loving of yourself. From yourself to yourself. Be that presence of who you are. He says you are nothing but love. He says, let the other stuff wash away now. Let all the worries and the concerns and the, but, I really am this. He says, just turn the volume down. Okay, and keep up your heart breath. And just sink in without judgment. He says, just forgive yourself if yourself keeps saying, I couldn't be. She really doesn't know who I am. He doesn't know who I am, what I've been through, what I've done. He says, this is Baba Siri Chand talking. He says, my dearest, I know everything. I know everything on your journey through these lifetimes. He says, that's the reason. That is the reason I'm asking you to let go. Sink to your center. He says, I know everything. That's why I'm asking you to be in your center. Beyond your belief system. Beyond it. He says you get yourself in a lot of trouble with your belief system. He says, no. He says, just put it aside. He said, if you need it in the future, you can have it back. He says, but just, he says, just for now, have this experience. Sinking deep, into the love of who you are. It is not dependent on anybody else. It is not dependent either on giving love to anyone else or receiving love from anyone else. Only you. That's it. Opening and opening. Feeling the presence. Feeling the presence of the unmovable. The unmovable knowing. The pure second-to-second existence. The evolution, the kindness of this expression, this reception of love as it flows. This is who you really are. Just feel it and let it move. Let it move, let it flow. Let it continue springing from the very source of you. Play with it. Play with it. Skip, run, tumble, laugh with this pure love as it flows through every part of all of your bodies, from your subtle body, every bit of your energy system. Let it play with your mind. And let your mind go limp for once. Keep up the breath. How precious you are. What a light you are. This is, now do not turn me away. Do not turn my words away with silly things like I am not worthy, I am blah, blah, blah. He says, let it go. Just experience. He says, indulge yourself in the pure fun of the experience. Be the love. You are the love. Keep up the breath. He says, now let this love, this pure, unimpeded, let it flow through your whole physical body. Let it flow through your nervous system. Through your glandular system. Through your own heart, and let it flow with the blood that flows through your whole body. He said, did you know that all 5 liters of your blood flow through your whole body in 1 minute? Recognize your blood as love. Recognize your blood as love. Sourced at your heart center, allowing your physical heart, as well as your subtle heart, to pump this incredible, incredible love through your whole body. Keep opening. He says, this may sound like nothing to you, but oh, my dears, it is everything. Imagine if your whole life were blessed, were sourced in this true knowledge. What if your whole life, your whole happiness, your whole experience were this? Yes, you can do it. He says, infuse every bit of you with His love. He says, you know it now as your source. He says, you know now that you do not have to fight it. He says, you've learned over lifetimes to fight this pure and blessed source, this pure and open love, absolute forgiveness of who you are. He says, now you don't have to fight it anymore. You do not have to fight this pure, open, self-love, love of self, love from self, to self. You do not have to fight it anymore. He says, just be it. Be the love. You are the love. You are love. Simple. Simple statement of fact. Keep up the breath, please. Allow yourself. Breathe. He says, do you understand that in fact there is nowhere else to go? There is nowhere else to go but to love. He says you can try fighting it for the rest of this lifetime, for as many lifetimes as you want. But in the end, there is nothing to do but surrender to this source of who you are. And you are that love. He says now, just fully open, aware, knowing, is this flowing silver spring of love. Knowing that is you. That is the power flowing through you. He says, allow each one of those judgments, one by one, each one of those belief systems that tell you that you are less than that, he says, just allow them to touch this beautiful spring of knowing, of love, pure and infinite. Pick one and let it be touched. And when that happens, just observe the alchemical transformation that occurs. Watch what happens. Let that judgment, let that belief melt in the source of love. Let it melt in the source of love. You are that source of love. Now, as one aspect is transformed, so happily greet it. Say, we've been waiting for you for forever. And really allow that river of love to move through it. It is love. Oh, my God. It was mistaken to think that it was anything but love. Let it relax in the coziness. Let that aspect relax in the coziness. That aspect will perhaps say things like, well, how will we be protected now? How will we interact with the world if we can't do this? So let that aspect listen to its source, to the love. Find out how that source, your source, that pure love, how will it be protection? How will it preserve you? How will that love nourish you with exactly what you need? Listen, feel, see. Let your authority be that pure, relaxed source of love, love itself. Be aware of that. Even write it down so you don't forget it. And now allow yet another bit of yourself, of the old identity, the belief system. Thank it so much. Thank it for being a whole part of you. And now gently ask if it would like to dip in the well of the pure love that is your source. Good. And let it now, let it just slide down the steps into that source to feel the transformation. Let it feel the transformation. Feel the presence, the knowing, the kindness. Let that aspect know, intrinsically know, feel, be the love that is at your center. Thank it and allow it to transform. What a blessing. What a blessing. No need for fear. Just allow it. See what happens. What an adventure of your life. What a blessed flow in your life. This is how you understand who you are. You are that source of love. He says there's no other redemption other than to fully realize this. There is no other Savior but to realize that you are in your most central self, in your most pure self, in the blessing of yourself, in the mightiness of yourself. You are this pure love. Unaffected, untouched by any growth endeavors. He says, allow each thing that bugs you, let it be dipped. Let it be dipped in this pure love to allow the transformation. Just like those black birds.
Welcome.
The healing waters of the Golden Temple.
You entered 5. This conference is being recorded.
Allow, allow. Allow the love. He says, just like those black birds that flew into the nectar tank, the waters, those beautiful still waters around the Golden Temple. And the dip flew through the water and they came out white. He says, this is you. This is the reality of you. Feel the blessing. Feel the knowing. Okay, he says, my dears, you've had a lot of experience in this now. He says, now he would like you and all the aspects, let all of your aspects line up around this pure pool of love that is you, that is your central self, your real self, your expansive, your infinite self. Not some other infinity, but you. You are the infinity. He says, have those other aspects all lined up around the edges with their little bathing suits on. He says, now put their hands over their head. Now all at once, jump head first into this pool of love. To be washed, sanctified, loved. Oh my God, what a party we have. What a party we have. All laughing and playing and jumping in this great pool of love, of who you are, the reality of who you are. Unleash them. Let them play. No restrictions. If any part of you is crying, allow it to be loved and let the tears be received. Let the tears be received in pure kindness. Let yourself be held in this love. Let yourself know the kindness. You are the blessing. Isn't this wonderful? Isn't this amazing? He says, every step in your life, every step of life, he says, at its core is this beauty of love, this consciousness, this recognition. Allow it, allow it. He says, and when you let go of your physical body, he says, you know what? Then you get to allow it even more, this beautiful love of who you are. Oh my gosh. What a gorgeous entity you are. Just take a look. Just take a look at how beautiful you, this love being. Look how gorgeous you are. And he says, no talking back now. Saying, oh, but not this part. He says, forget it. You could not exist if you were not pure love in every aspect, no matter how it has been expressed, no matter how difficult, sorrowful, worried, and so on it has been. Look deeper. Look deeper. See how gorgeous. See how beautiful you are. And let every bit of you be bathed in this love. Be forgiven in this love. Rejoice in this love. And see the whole truth. You are this love, playing around with every aspect of experience. But now it's time to return to the source, the realization of what's behind every aspect, what is every aspect that yearns for every experience. It's all sourced in your pure, undaunted, everlasting love of acceptance. That's it. Continue the breath. Fully feel that now. Fully know that. And being grateful for it. Good. Now, staying, making that knowledge of the pure love of you, making that the central, the pure, the most exquisite source of who you are. Because you know it's true. We're not trying to convince you of anything. You're just knowing it. Breathe. Good. And integrating this experience with your everyday consciousness. Just coming up now. Coming up. So that you may share your experience. Share your experience. Most important. So, he says, who can be first? Who can be first?
I can share.
Yes, who is this?
This is Lisa.
Yes, Lisa.
Hi. I want to say that this was exquisite, and
are you exquisite, Lisa?
I am.
Good.
And I am, and my persecutory, the aspect of myself that's self-persecutory, and a little bit of judging.
Yourself?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, you persecute yourself?
An aspect of myself internally. There's an aspect that today had difficulty completely diving into the heart center, into the pool, into the well. My mind was judging and resisting a little bit, and usually it's very easy for me about all the doings that I need to, feeling guilt because I can spend a lot of time in this heart center place or meditation, just reveling in the energy, and then feeling some guilt and shame around that, because sometimes feeling that I'm not doing enough, you know, And so there was this part that kept diving. I was inviting this resistance, this mental part, to continue to go into the well of love, to dive into the pool, and it would dive in, or it would dip its toe in, and then it would go back out. And finally just bringing compassion and forgiveness, and going, in this moment, there's nothing to do and it's okay. And so then finally it just melded and blended into one, surrendering.
Hi. How did that feel?
So exquisite, like a letting go and an opening that in this moment allow myself just to, even the mental aspect.
And it's just fine.
Exquisite and one and nourishing.
Good. Yogi Bhajan always, he used to get after us. He says, you're not human doings, you're human beings.
Right.
And you allowed yourself to be a human being.
Right. And then how to, continue to come back to this heart-centered being in all the doings in our lives. With being a mom and
all sourced in the being.
Yes. Right. So, thank you.
Bless you, dear. Thank you so much for sharing that.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And we welcome that aspect of you and congratulate it for forgiving itself so that it could just merge. Have fun.
Great.
Thank you, dear. Okay, who else can share?
Siri Gian.
Oh, good. There are two of you. Now tell me, who are you?
Rahmani
and Ranjit. Rahmani. And who's the other one? Ranjit. Okay, so we're going to take Rahmani and then we're going to take Ranjit. Okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, Rahmani?
I really enjoyed the image of all these parts of ourselves and parts of all people having a chance to line up in bathing suits and dive into this water, this cleansing water. And the image that came up for me was the parikrama around the Golden Temple, around the
this
beautiful white marble walkway around the pool of holy water, and that you had mentioned the crows. And last night I saw a movie that was very intense about the Israeli-Palestinian situation, and there was a lot of actual footage from what's going on in the Gaza Strip and the suffering and the bombs, and this little child that was in danger, and it was a Palestinian child, and an Israeli person donated $50,000 for a procedure to save this child's life, and it was so poignant. The donor had lost his own child, and so he was an Israeli, and his response to this was to save the life of this Palestinian child. And so I was so much feeling all the pain there, and then all the involvement of the U.S. So I invited all the Palestinians and all the Israelis, and then all the Americans who have fed into this conflict, and anyone else involved, to come in their bathing suits around the parikrama to go into the water. And then I thought, well, there isn't enough room for everybody. But what happened was the souls that went in first for their dip kind of went into the water and then went up through the Golden Temple, through underneath and through the floors up to the very third floor, and then went out the ceiling into the universe. And it was just beautiful cleansing for me, and a visualization that I feel can help the situation be about love that's somehow stuck, and let the flush and let us return to love. So thank you.
Yes, Guru Ramdas says, please keep that up. Please keep up that meditation. Amandeep let us know this at the Yogi Mela that the Golden Temple has. He showed us where the different vortexes are in that. It's just quite an amazing place. But when you say came up through the Golden Temple, he says there is a spot that is on that third floor that is a vortex. And so that's where they came up.
Mm-hmm.
So keep up, dear. Keep up.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, Ranjit.
Yes, hello. The aspect of me that I asked to take a dip in the beautiful still waters of transformation was worry. And as worry started to slide down the ladder, it looked back at me very, very fearful. And so I was thinking, oh, fear too. And I was thinking that I'm not positive, but I'm thinking they probably come out of the same area. So the two of them both took a plunge into the pool, and it was very transformational. I felt so light. I'm such a worrier and so fearful about things that could happen, like so protective of my children. And although I know that I don't have the power to protect them, somehow as a mother I think that I do, but I really know that I don't. But so for me, the worry and the fear pretty much go hand in hand. And today it was very I feel much lighter that I was able to I think open up that aspect of myself. And as they took the leap into the pool, it just felt great for all of us. And I was also reminded of when you were speaking in the very beginning, A Movable Feast kept coming to my mind, Ernest Hemingway, and thinking of all the many, many thousands of books that he sold, and all the things and the sadness and all that he had been through in his life. And when it came to this book, people thought that he, had kind of lost it, that he didn't really, wasn't himself anymore. And actually, there was a quote from the book that kind of came to light in speaking of the well today. And I thought, I don't know, for me anyhow, I thought it had meaning during this. And he had said, I learned early already never to empty the well. He was talking about his writing, but always to stop when there was still something there. I'm sorry. When there was still something there in a deep part of the well, and let it refill at night from the springs that fed it. And that felt so apropos to me, to the well of love and that which, that fills us again and keeps us purified and keeps us.
How delightful. So, you know this to be your source. Others have experienced it. Others know it through time. And this is just the truth. So God bless you, dear.
Thank you. God bless
you. Thank you so much. What about that aspect that went down with such fear and worry? How's it doing now?
It completely transformed. I don't even see it anymore.
Oh,
I don't know what it is now. It's just light. I think it's just light now. I looked for it. I really was searching inside of myself to find it, and I couldn't. So I think it's just been, the word you use, amalgamated. It's just been, light. The light from the well just infused it with such love that it's great. I'm not saying it's no longer there, but I don't see it. I think it's very happy and filled with so much love that it doesn't even know it's worry anymore.
Oh, that's fabulous. That's fabulous. Okay, thank you so much, dear.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Say it again?
Yes. Padam.
Yes, my
dear.
voice. I don't even have to say aloha anymore.
No.
It's interesting because aloha, the core essence of it is connected to what we did today. And, I'm asking myself, how can I be succinct and just saying, I love you. Yeah, I love you. I love the work, but mostly I love it comforts me and gives me heart tickles to the synchronicity of it. And one of the things I was hearing is that I couldn't even hear the class if I wasn't ready, if it wasn't a part of me already loving myself.
there you go.
Because, you can't even hear love when you're in hatred. You can't even see it, perceive it, sense it, attract it. You can't bump into it. It can't even fall on your head. There's this, I've been in that space where I was in so much pain that I couldn't receive healing, and in so much need of love that I couldn't see it standing in front of me. And so this is kind of like the evidence of the healing and transformation more than transformation itself, although it's kind of like the cherry on the sundae kind of a thing, the experience today. And it was very pure. It is very pure. And I had absolutely no problem diving in. I love diving in water. Try to get me out now. The thing that I've already been surrendering for the last 48 hours that I've been, stepping, we call it stepping, 6, 7 step kind of a thing, is really I'm ready to be released from self-criticism and expecting too much from myself, a perfectionism that is cruel, that is not productive, is not the kind where we think is going to, at moments it has helped me survive and do better and excel at some things, but it has become destructive. And what happens is that I keep attracting people in my life who won't appreciate or who expect more and more and nitpick and nitpick and nitpick. And because I do that to myself. And that's the place where I've been surrendering for a number of reasons. One of them is because I'm sick and I'm tired, and because I really just want to be happy. And
what is happiness, dear?
For me, the freedom from that self-critic and self-attack, and just being in appreciation and gratitude each moment. Being present and gratitude. And the quote from the Course in Miracles has been coming in my head for days, is all I am is love, and my love heals. And I keep repeating that, and so this showed up. And I feel, really connected to Guru Ram Dass and Baba Siri Chand. They're with me, and I'm with them. And my working towards being of service with whatever, be it the healing or whatever else, can't come from a place of anything else than absolute pure self-love.
That's right.
I've done service before from other places, sometimes with guilt, with judgment, with whatever in my heart, and it's not the same. It was good, but it was not pure. And I need to serve.
Are you judging?
I'm sorry?
I said, are you judging when you say it was not pure?
I'm just observing that I did the best I could, but not the and you're right. It sounds like judgment, and maybe it is, but I'm observing that I did the best I could, but I couldn't do it for real, for lack of a better word, without loving myself. I can't serve anybody else if I'm not love and in love.
That's right. You just relax into the love and share it with others. That's
absolutely it. And it feels wonderful. It feels home. It feels like home.
Home. That's it. Phone home.
Home. No need to phone. It's right here. Home.
Home. Yes.
So thank you, and I do love you, and I'm tickled pink by the synchronicity always.
That's good. They're feeding us all the same message at the same time. Isn't it wonderful?
As soon as you post this one, I'm going to have to play it at night for a few nights, that's for sure.
Okay, that'll be good.
Mahalo.
Be good. Bless you, dear. Aloha.
Aloha.
Okay, so bless you all. And he says, don't forget, just relax. Just be in this bed of love. Be in this pool of love. Know yourself. Know your deepest, your real self is love. You invite all other aspects into it. That's it. That's it. So it's been so good joining with all of you. What a blessing. And so now we are going to sing our song to each other and receive it from each other. That's most important, so be very conscious of this. Sit straight, please, palms together. And inhale. May the long time shine upon you, all around you, and the pure life within you. Guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on.
He'll be back in a couple of days.
He'll be back. And bow to the blessing of this love that is you, that is constant, that will not change, that is always present and supports you and loves you and others. Bless you all, and talk to you next week. Satnam.
Aloha. We'll see you in California soon.
Satnam.
Okay. Satnam.